This presentation is about human consciousness and natural law. It's where we look at the problems that are facing humanity and then examine some solutions. Today we're looking at the financial system. Now, the monetary system is the strongest and it's the most deeply entrenched of all mind control techniques. Money is an occult technique. It doesn't exist in nature and therefore it has no existence. My friends, there is no such thing as money. Money only exists as a construct in the mind. However, almost everyone is under the mind control of money. And therefore it is a religion. And as such, the belief in money is the strongest religion on the planet. It has about as many believers as there are people. It could be quite accurately said that money has usurped the place of God in people's lives. Religions, therefore, are insignificant compared to the religion of money. Adherents and proselytes worship at the altar of money every day. So if you want to defend money, I would say statements defending money are juvenile. All money has ever done is enslave people. Money is a religion of slavery for enslaved people. Slavery is what the monetary system seeks. It seeks to accomplish this by wielding power. The international banking families have this power. They own the system, these dynasties. Financiers, owners and directors of all the banks, especially the United States Fed, and politicians, they are puppets who play this game. The dark occult powers and banking families of the world own this place. They own it because we have given them power. By passively giving up our own power and adhering to this false god system of money. The dark occultists do not have any real power other than what we give them. And we give this to them through our unwavering and unchallenged belief in the illusion called money. We empower the monetary system, and in doing so, we enslave ourselves. Money is nothing but a construct. Regardless of what is traded, money is backed by nothing but belief in the modern world. Now, you can trade in gold, seashells, leaves, whatever. Money is still only a belief, and it only has imaginary value. And once we've reached a high enough level of consciousness, above that of scarcity and limitation, then we will not need money. The flow of life force energy is a current, and current is currency. Life force is the basis of the construct of money. That is why it is called currency. Currency is like a current of water that flows, or electricity. The currency of money flows through banks, like water flows down a river and is controlled by the banks of the river to control the current. Movement generates current by moving around, and money moves. It is a carried talisman, imbued with your current, the current of your life force. To equate the flow or current of life energy itself with money is placing money in the place of God. And that's the way to escape the mind control, is to stop this flow, stop the current of currency by giving up the belief in money. And realizing that money has no intrinsic value. Dark occultists want you to see that money is life force, and there is an assumption that people would be homeless without money. Proper care is a higher consciousness. It's a way of thinking. It means caring for others, and especially for others when they do not have a means of caring for themselves. People wouldn't go homeless if enough people had this consciousness. It's when we realize the true value in others. The law of one. Ayn Rand said, when you notice that to produce, you need to get permission from those who do not produce anything. When you check that money flows to those who do not deal with goods but with favours. When you realize that many become rich by the bribery and for influence more than by your work, and that the laws do not protect you against them, but on the contrary, they are the ones who are protected against you. When you discover that corruption is rewarded and honesty is beaten down, you can assert without fear of being wrong that your society is doomed. Ayn Rand. The solution: cooperating for the collective good of others. This would break people's obsession with money. It is said in the Bible, but they that would be rich fall into temptation, a snare, and many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy verse 6. The word fiat, it's a Latin word. It means spoken into existence. Genesis 1 states, in Latin, fiat lux. Let there be light. Light in Latin is pronounced lux. In Latin, fiat currentia means let there be currency. It's a way of saying that money is spoken into existence. This is a way of mocking God. It's saying that they, the dark occultists, spoke life force or currency or money into existence. And us, by giving money our belief, is to imbue this money with consciousness, power, and control over other people. This agreement that money has value has made the dark occultists into gods. They would like to think so. And it's only our belief in money that holds this system of control and slavery in place. US currency is green because it is the color of the heart chakra, and this is the color of balance, the color of nature, nurture, and the sacred feminine. The green color of money is a way of perverting the sacred feminine and confusing it for something that is supposed to be nurturing into something that is depriving life force. A dollar is called a dollar bill. The name of the Phoenician Canaanite dark occult god named Bull, Baal, Baal, Bel, or Baal, the god of money. Vowels are often lost when transliterating words between languages, and the vowels A, E, I, O, U are often interchangeable. Now we say we pay bills to pay bills. The bull market is a market symbol on Wall Street representing the bull market in which the share price is rising. The bull with its horns is pushing up the stock market. The bull or ball was used as a mascot in the Commonwealth Games. The opening ceremony shows that people worshipping the bull or Baal. Baal is also enslaving women. You can see them changed to the beast. Baal worship goes back thousands of years. Moses was upset at people worshipping the golden calf and hence broke the law by throwing down the stone tablets, the 10 Commandments, on the ground. Mon is a Latin word for one. Therefore, mon eye is one eye. One eye is symbolically the pineal gland in between the two hemispheres of the brain that bring together the left logical and the right intuitive functions. Bringing together the left and the right hemispheres into the middle creates the one eye. The left eye of Horus can be seen in the midbrain of the cross-section of a human brain. The Federal Reserve System. The Constitution of the United States states that nothing except gold or silver coin should be money. The Federal Reserve, however, is private. It's not a government institution, it's not government owned. Therefore, the Federal Reserve is immoral, unconstitutional. It is neither federal nor is it a reserve. Before 1971, Federal Reserve notes could be exchanged for gold. In 1971, President Nixon abolished the gold standard, which means that now money is backed by nothing. And money has only value because people believe it has value. The government prints fiat money, which is based in nothing. And fiat money inflates the money supply, thus diluting its purchasing power. Since the Federal Reserve was established in 1913, the US dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power. Now, inflation is inflating the money supply. And this is a hidden tax, as it reduces the purchasing power. Thus, it robs people of their savings. The United States founding fathers wanted money to be backed by gold and silver, so that if people discovered that their money was being diluted, they could exchange it back for something that was real, for gold or silver. That's no longer the case. Now, money's a Ponzi scheme. How so? For more than 100 years since the creation of the Federal Reserve, the money supply has been increasing, and each new dollar that's printed is creating new debt. We are in an era of ever increasing fiat debt. This is called the impossible contract because it is impossible to service that debt. When money is created, an associated treasury bill or T-bill is created, and it's sold, usually to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, therefore, is buying debt using paper money that they had printed. Every time a Federal Reserve note comes into existence, a unit of principal, a loan, is created, and that incurs interest. It's not enough to pay back this principal debt. There's not enough money and not enough time in history for that to be paid. Thus, the ever-increasing debt, or previously printed principal, is a Ponzi scheme. And it is a Ponzi scheme that will soon collapse. The United States Corporation was declared bankrupt way back in the 1930s. It's been bankrupt ever since. because it cannot service this debt, the debt that is ever increasing. It is impossible to be paid back. And this is one of the reasons for globalization. That's to expand the Ponzi scheme known as the Federal Reserve money system. As a result, new borrowers worldwide must be found to create new money and service this new debt. Now, the entire world is embroiled in this debt service problem. There are no more countries left to exploit. With this ever-increasing debt of each successive generation, the ultimate result will be slavery. The burdening of servicing this debt is untenable, and the private individuals who own the Federal Reserve will collect on the debt in human capital. Therefore, another system must be in place when that fiat system collapses. This new system, I believe, will be based on digital currency. And it is already in place, ready to be implemented when this Ponzi scheme finally collapses. Thank you for watching this presentation on the financial system. Join us next time.